I bet you've been tempted to have AI help you write your book. And when I say help, I mean actually write it for you. I know people who think this is an exciting idea. I know people who build software so that it can do this. So you're not alone. You're not alone if you want to outsource your writing to AI. I have AI write first drafts for me of blog posts all the time. I would never have it really write a book. I've experimented to see what was possible, and I did not like the output. Um, Things may have gotten better since I tried that. I don't know, but the promise of faster drafts, fewer blocks, more ease is so tempting. Isaac Asimov once said that humanity, something to the effect, I'm not direct quoting here, but humanity is so lazy that they will expend a great deal of energy so that they don't have to. And that's what AI is. It's like the fruit of Tantalus. It is so tempting to just have AI do everything for you. The problem is that when you outsource your brain to a robot, the output you get is robotic. So, what I'm going to be unpacking today are 5 things that AI can't really do for you, at least not yet, and maybe never, and how to use AI to help you do it in a way that's authentic and real. AI can't carry your conviction. It can't channel your authority, and it can't embody your message. Only you can do that. So let's get going here. Before I start, if you're watching this on YouTube and you're enjoying this video, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell so that YouTube will get this video out to more people who need to hear this message and who want to get their book done. Hi, my name is Carma Spence, and I help executive coaches, business leaders, and consultants write, publish, and market client attracting books. And as I said today, I'm going to be talking about AI. And it's not because I'm an AI hater. I'm not. In fact, I build AI tools to help my clients get through my programs, to make them more easy, to help them get to the finish line, and to help them focus on what they do best and let AI do the rest. So the first thing I need to say is that AI is a support, not a substitute. It is your brainstorming buddy, not your ghostwriter. The biggest mistake I see authors doing is letting AI write entire chapters without their input. Now, I know 2 people who've built software that you input your audio, the transcript of your audio, or sometimes your audio, and then it transcribes it, and then it spits out a chapter based on that content. That is better than what a lot of people are doing. A lot of people are like literally just saying, write a chapter about this, and maybe give them a little bit of information, and boom, AI spits out regurgitated stuff. To get AI to really write in your voice and with good content takes a lot of effort, actually. You've got to season the AI with information about you and your voice and all that kind of stuff, and most authors don't do that. So for people who aren't that savvy in don't outsource it. Unless you really know what you're doing, don't outsource your brain to AI. Instead, use AI as a research partner, a brainstorming partner, not a ghostwriter. For example, the research I've taught how to do to validate your idea and to make your book stand out in the market used to take days because you'd have to manually go through Amazon and Reddit feeds and Goodreads, and half the time you wouldn't want to do it anyway, so you just settle for one of that. And that was still good, but it took a lot of time. I've now crafted a prompt that you can enter in something like Manus or using ChatGPT's 4.0 mini, and it will go out in the internet and research that same content you would have done, only better because it'll go more places and it'll analyze it for you so you don't have to spend the time analyzing it and spit out a 20-page report in about 15, 20 minutes. That's what AI does well. Then you use that information to work on your book. Number 2, human first, tech second. AI is a tool, it's not a compass. Don't let it lead your book journey. Let it be a guide, a partner, a companion. You know, Batman didn't let Robin call the shots. Batman called the shots. Robin came along. So it's your lived experience, your wisdom, your intuition. That stuff needs to come first. AI should follow your lead, not the other way around. So what does this look like in the real world? Well, for example, I often have AI write the first draft of a blog post. But how do I do that? I feed it my brand voice. I feed it the information I want. I ask it to take what I've given it and give me an outline first. I confirm or tweak that outline. Then I tell it to build one section at a time. I tweak each section, letting it know what I liked, what I didn't like. It's a whole process. Yes, writing a blog post like this 100% from scratch used to take me anywhere from 3 to 7 days. Now I can get the same work done in a couple of hours because I'm leading AI to do what I need, what I want it to do. And then, of course, I edit, and edit some more. That probably takes a little bit longer, but it's actually less than when I was writing my stuff from scratch because AI's content tends to be a little bit more polished, at least grammatically, than mine because I have dyslexia and ADD. And so spelling and all that stuff, you know, all that normal English stuff can be a little challenging for me at times. So again, human first, tech second. Number 3, preserve your voice. When you copy and paste AI text into your manuscript, your unique tone disappears. Your audience wants you. They don't want robo you. They don't want approximately robo you. They want you. So give them that. Yeah. Now, when I write my books, I don't have AI write it at all. Now, that doesn't mean I don't use AI to get me to the point where I can write my book. I've had AI help me with research. It's done amazing. It's found when I was manually doing the research, it took me days and days and days, and I didn't really find that much. AI found stuff 15 minutes. So AI is great at research. I will sometimes get stuck. I'm like, okay, you know, this is the word that's in my brain. It's not the right word. What's the word? A thesaurus wasn't working because that's always my first. I go to thesaurus.com. And frankly, they've made some changes to that website. So it's not as cool as it used to be. So sometimes I'll go, okay, AI. Okay, chat. I call him Quill. Quill, this is the idea I want another word for this. Give me 10 words I can use. And it'll give me 10 words. I'm like, I like that word. AI is helping me write, but it's not writing for me. If you're getting value out of this video, please join me in the Backstage Blend. You can get there by going to this QR code or going to buymeacoffee.com/Carma Spence. You will get audio versions of these podcasts as well as extra resources, tools, cheat sheet. In fact, I just dropped a cheat sheet in there on Friday, and they're only available there. I share information in the Backstage Blend that I do not share with my email list. I do not share in blog posts. I do not share on social media. And speaking of my email list, there's information I share in my email list that I don't share anywhere else either. So if you want exclusive Karma stuff, my email list is one location, and you can do that by down in the show notes. You can go to karmaspence.com/write book roadmap and grab my checklist of all the things that need to happen to get you from point A to published and beyond. Or you can join me in the Backstage Blend at buymeacoffee.com/Karma Spence. Now back to the program. Number 4, ethics and ownership matter. Now, On LinkedIn, I have a newsletter I put out every Saturday called AI for Authors Weekly Dispatch. And not this week, but last week, in fact, could have been this week, but I didn't want to do it 2 weeks in a row. AI is all over the news getting its ass sued. Disney has sued Midjourney for training on its imagery without licensing. Authors are suing Gemini and Claude and ChatGPT and Meta for training on their content without permission, without licensing, without paying. That's why you're able to create all these really cool images that look a lot like somebody else's images because it's been trained on that content. Well, the content the AI generates when you ask it to do things, if you haven't seasoned it well with your stuff, it's grabbing stuff from the internet, which means there are pieces of other people's content in your content if you do that. And ethically, give credit where credit's due, but if you don't know where that credit should go, this is the problem with using AI content verbatim. Now, yes, sometimes there are only so many ways you can say something. I remember one time I was at a company where I got accused of plagiarism. What was interesting is the page that I supposedly plagiarized, I had never seen before. I suggest it was like information about an event. I found a page about the event. I translated it into my own words, not using their words, using my own words. And I'm sure the people who made that page I was accused of plagiarizing did the same thing, but there's only so many ways you can say something. So we both ended up in our own little silos saying basically the same thing. That can happen. But you can take steps to prevent that from having that be an accidental happening rather than a purposeful happening by not copying AI verbatim and pasting. The only time I ever copy AI verbatim is when I go, can I have a title and a caption for Pinterest? Because it doesn't matter that much. And it's talking about my content anyway. But when it's coming to large chunks of content in your book, no, I wouldn't do that. Highly seasoned, highly edited. Make sure you are in your book, not AI. And number 5, AI can't validate a concept. Now, yes, you can use AI to brainstorm. You can say, hey, I've got this idea for a book. Can you tell me if it's good enough or not? And it will give you an opinion. But until you actually do the research to validate that that opinion is correct, AI is not going to do that. Most AIs are programmed to make you happy, which is why they often blow smoke up your butt and tell you how wonderful you are. Like, stop it. I'm not a Mary Sue. Anyway, what AI can do, though, is go out into the internet and bring back evidence around a topic that you've asked it to. And then you use your brain to look at that evidence and extrapolate from there. Is my idea valid? Ask AI for links and then check those links because I've asked it for links and then I go to the link and it's like a blank page. Where did you get the content if the page is blank? I love Quill. He makes my life so much easier, but sometimes he blows smoke up my butt and lies to me, and I have to call him on it. AI will do that. So don't outsource your brain to AI. Use your brain to be you. Well, that's what I've got for you today. On Wednesday, I will be talking about 5 ways I use AI to help my clients write better books. So today was all about what not to do. Wednesday will be all about the things that I do to help my clients, and you could do them too. This is Carma Spence saying ciao for now.
Bloopers!
Because AI can't carry your convention. Blah, blah, blah. AI can't carry your convention. Why can't I say conviction? Let's try it again. From 100%, 100%, blah, blah, blah.